We are opening the doors for a new way to tell stories. In the darkness, there's nothing to see, but much to hear, smell, and feel.
So I'm so excited because I'm joined today by Carlos Armesto, who is the director, producer, and dramaturg of Odd Man Out, this amazing immersive theatrical experience downtown. So Carlos, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. It's awesome to be here.
Yeah, I mean, I met you, I think it was 2 weeks ago at Odd Man Out when I attended with my husband, and I'm telling you, we have not stopped talking about it. We were so moved by this experience. And I'm not kidding. We're theater people. We're New York City people. We loved this experience so much. And, you know, I know that it's only running until next Friday, February 18th, the show. I'm hoping you guys extend it. Hopefully there'll be an announcement soon that you'll be extending it. But for those that don't know, can you just tell us about it, what the show is?
Sure. Odd Man Out is a completely immersive experience in complete darkness. So you don't see anything. You smell, you taste, you feel, and you hear a story. And what you do is you walk into a space that's geared to be like an airplane. You have a flight attendant that gives you your headsets and a blindfold. You sit down and you experience the life of a blind man, who has been exiled from Argentina, flying back to Buenos Aires and from New York. And as he's talking to his seatmates, you start experiencing his life the way he's experienced it. So it's like, you know, he doesn't see anything because he's blind. So we smell, we feel everything in his life. And it's a very exciting experience to be able to be bringing to New York. Especially now in this crazy pandemic that we have.
I know, exactly. And sorry, the Wi-Fi was a little funny, but you mentioned, and it's a very important thing that you mentioned, was that this man that we're following on the plane is blind. So of course the computer was like right when you said that. So that's a very important thing to know because yeah, that's what makes you feel like you're experiencing the world as a blind person because you know, your eyes are covered the whole time. So I got to do the VIP experience, which, you know, was so cool because I came before and I go into the theater before, you know, everyone else does. And I get to you get to warm up a little bit, right? They gave me something, empanada a little bit. And they said, you know, what is this? Do you know what this is? They gave you some red wine. So you're like, already you're drinking some Malbec. So you're getting this vibe and you're just like there. So I would suggest people do the VIP experience, but even if you don't, it's still so amazing. So I mean, I don't want you to give it away too much, but I mean, like, how did you get these smells to be so strong and so I guess evenly spread across the theater? When, you know, I mean, an example that I loved is the coffee smell when, you know, he's talking about, you know, remembering this coffee that was made, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, I love the smell of coffee and I smell it. How did you guys do that?
It's coffee,
right? But like, I mean, it's
really coffee. It's like
right.
Coffee.
You took a pot of coffee and you just wafted it around the room, literally.
That's the idea. The idea is to create the sense of the space. The other scents are much more sophisticated. But something like that is very much you like the coffee. Like you actually make it with coffee, and you like. We dabble it around and we spread it around.
What do you mean though? You dabble it and you spread it. What do you mean though? You just take the pot and waft it? I literally need to know. I need to know exactly. I was like, how are you doing this?
Yeah. I can't tell you the other ones, but I can tell you this one.
Okay.
It's very, very like it's obvious. The idea is like you make the pot of coffee and then we walk around in the space while in the moment, like it's cued, just like everyone else. It's cued and boom, we start smelling everything.
Yes.
It's the way it's about creating these sensory experiences with like the most organic and real elements to be able to go, oh, I remember that. Sometimes those are hard to do. So we have this incredible company called Firmenich, who is a fragrance and flavor company that actually creates these. And we had a partner in Argentina, and now they have a New York office. They're a very, very renowned company.
That is so cool. That's like amazing. And they have a New York office. That's so brilliant. How many stage crew, stage hands were doing this? Were
2.
That's it. They were amazing. They literally were amazing. Wow. I mean, they were everywhere. I smelled every single thing. I mean, it was right.
Amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the hope that we even though you're wearing masks, you still waft it in, and it's the way we spread it around with various means.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but the coffee smell is that we actually walk through the space and we just make sure at that moment everyone's smelling the coffee, and we do it in both languages. So in Spanish and in English, and it's cued in the same way, so that at that same moment, boom, you are.
Oh, I love that. It was so awesome. And it really did feel like you were there. And now the story itself is obviously what I found to be so beautiful. And you helped write the story. So how did you come up with this?
Well, I mean, it was a big process. I mean, when a representative from the company came to work to talk to me about, they wanted to bring their work here to New York, translate their work, created here. And it's this company called Teatro Ciego, who's our big partner now to create pitch black immersive experiences. And the company really wanted it to, they've been doing this for 15 years, and they wanted to have a repertory here. So I went down to experience what this thing was, and they were amazing. The concept was, whoa, you're not seeing anything, and you're kind of freaked out when you first go in. But it wasn't a blindfolded thing. I mean, the way we want to do it eventually is the way they're doing it down there. It's you walk into a pitch black room and you don't see anything, not even the exit signs.
Yeah.
And you sit, and then the actors move in the space live. So you won't be hearing them on headsets. You'll be experiencing story around them.
Right.
And you feel that experience. So the difficulty is that, when we were going to do this here in New York, what happened? So we had to adjust to this kind of format. But the story itself came up when I went down there, and I experienced all of their plays. And these plays are so Argentine. They won't work as translated material here in New York. They just won't. And even if you change like the wordings, it just won't work. And the references. Now, what we would do, we should create a completely new piece, because we're creating a joint venture between 2 companies from 2 different continents. We should create what that is. So the whole sense was, okay, what if there's and I said to them, we have to justify the fact that it's in the dark.
Yeah.
The first time New York is experiencing this kind of work, why is it in the dark? Because they've been doing this for 15 years, so everybody knows them in Argentina. They know that the concept, but not here. So I said, we need to justify it. And so they said, okay, what if it's a blind? He came up, Martin Bondone, the artistic director and the writer of the play, said, okay, why don't we make it about a blind guy who's living his life, and we're experiencing, and he's a musician, and he's coming from New York and coming over here, and he lived in New York, and we have the New York series, New York, and the Buenos Aires experience. And that's how it all came about.
I got chills, and it's so funny just because I want everyone to know what I'm talking about and what I'm feeling. So, well, really. And also, was it expensive to make? Because like the headset you guys gave us it felt so high tech. And so they're not just earbuds, right? We get in and we get this fancy headset.
Yeah. Well, it's not as expensive as you might think. Luckily.
Yeah.
I mean, because, well, for this iteration, there are no actors present, so they're heard, and everyone's getting paid, of course, and everything like that.
Yeah.
It's a different, and the technology is very easily accessible. It's just the surround sound experience is something that's new-ish here, and that's the cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was like this surround sound, and it was crazy. Now
over there or behind you.
Yes. I was actually kind of scared for a second because it did feel like things were right behind me. But now there's also a take-home kit for this. For if people are scared of Omicron and they just don't feel comfortable going out to the theater, they can take a kit home.
Yes, exactly.
That's cool. Wow.
Yeah, you can purchase the experience. That was the first thing that we did after we had to stop this live thing, the recording. We created the box experience during the pandemic so that you would purchase this box that had all of the sensory elements, the smells, the tastes, the feelings, all that, and it's delivered to you. It also has a boarding pass that you scan the QR code, and then that gives you access to the recording, and you listen to it with any kind of headsets you want.
Yeah.
You have a surround sound experience with any headset, for sure.
That is so awesome. I actually would buy that for people just because if they don't live here, it's so fun. Now, Carlos, is there anything else that you want people to know about this show and why they should go see it?
Yeah, I actually, the box is actually a nice Valentine's Day gift.
Ooh.
Valentine's Day gift because it's a love story. The whole thing is a beautiful love story, and definitely something to experience.
Yes, I didn't even think about that. It is a love story. So if you don't have Valentine's Day plans and you want to stay in, you can order a box or you can go out to the theater. Am I right? There you go. Well, Carlos Armesto, Odd Man Out, thank you so much for your time. And I hope everyone has a chance to experience this.
Thank you so much. I'm very stoked to have you talking about it and to just have people are experiencing it now because it's impacting a lot of people. I'm very happy. Thank you.
Good. Thank you so much, Carlos.